turn it to speaker view. All right, well, welcome. Today is day 4 of our follow-up series, and how many of you guys loved Kayla on Monday? Oh my gosh, I had 4 pages of notes, and then Jamie on Tuesday, I had like 3.5 pages of notes, and then Susan yesterday, holy moly, like just how, you know, like what she said, like I was writing the what she said, so I ended up with like 3.5 pages of notes there. And it was all different. I went back and reviewed this morning all the notes, and it was different. Everything was so different but so similar. And today we have our amazing Chastity Marie in here, and I am excited to learn because I have my system, but I'll tell you, my system doesn't always work. It's not always successful. I don't work it. And so I love hearing these ways because maybe I'm overcomplicating it. Maybe you're overcomplicating it. Maybe we got to find an easier solution. And so taking all 4 of them this week and going, what seems to be the best system for me? And I'm going to put that into action. So one thing I want to just say before we start, Chas, is after every one of these Zooms, I hope you guys aren't just taking notes and then waiting to the next day. I hope that you're spending another half hour and putting this into action and seeing if it will work, because you will never know if this way will work best for you if you don't put it into action and fail and fail and fail and fail until you succeed, right? And that's how we're all here where we are today. Is I have failed more times than I can count to find the way that works best for me. And so, Chas, I'm just going to let you take over, introduce yourself, and share your amazing follow-up skills.
Hey everyone, for y'all that don't know who I am Chastity Marie, and I said yes, I'm going to chase this sunlight right here. Actually, I don't like to not be in it because I love the sunlight, so I'm like absorbing it for a minute, but I said yes to the Thrive experience over 6 years ago, and I am still, I mean, it's Thankful Thursday, so I'm just as thankful today for saying yes to that opportunity. And you know, we have done a lot of things along the way, and we've changed them up. But one thing that I can tell you is that what we did in the beginning worked. And yes, we've had evolution of social media. We've had evolution of the ways we communicate. Heck, we have evolution in the last month of where we are and sitting still and what I'm calling the pause of 2020, the standstill of 2020. So things are very different. But again, like I have been talking about this whole month, is you've created habits, you've put your systems, and system, that word, sometimes it sounds intimidating. I know Natasha used to, say, hey, I have this new system, and my eyes would roll in the back of my head. I'm like, another system? But a system can just be something that's your habit. It's something that you have in place. So for example, as we're coming into this time of, new things, new opportunities, you should already have a system pretty much in place. So I have to say it because I've been saying it on my weekly Zooms. Guys, if you are getting on these Zooms, you're spending, an hour or plus in your daily lives. And if you are not implementing, you're wasting your time. And I know that's going to make a lot of leaders mad, but that's the truth. You've got so many nuggets this week, just in this follow-up series. That does not include what your leaders have been putting out, what your team calls, your team lives, your team trainings. Many of you are getting a lot of content, a lot of information. It's actually, people have been talking about information overload because of a lot of the gurus, a lot of the influencers, a lot of people went from their live events and hosting to now just throwing it in our face. And so I believe we can self-develop ourselves to death and literally suffocate ourselves. And that's because we get paralyzed. We are not implementing anything. And I want you to just be honest with yourself. The notes that you've taken this week, What have you put in place? One thing from every, don't try to go through all the things. It's just as simple as something like drinking your water. If I need to drink more water, I'm going to start with one glass. I'm not going to get me a big gallon jug and say, I'm going to drink all of this today. I'm going to start small. So if I can tell you anything and you walk away with anything, hear my heart. You have to put things into place. You have to put them into practice. I don't care if you're podcasting. I don't care if you're listening to your leader, whatever it is, go push play and then go implement right away. That way you have that action that's associated with the learning, and it becomes those habits. It becomes your systems that you put in place. So that's my challenge to you, is to look at all the things that you're learning and make sure you're definitely implementing. When we started, we really didn't know what we were doing. We just kind of threw it out there. And, one of the things that we started was Flex Friday. And so from that simplicity, I said, well, it's Monday, so let's do Motivation Monday and let's do Transformation Tuesday. So in your planner, you should at least, and again, this is, maybe very different than what you've heard this week, but for me, literally because of everything, my planner is literally, almost no white spaces, but every Friday, there's an FF on that day. And so what that means to me is Follow-Up Friday. Now, is the follow-up have to be on Friday? No. But when I get to that point in the week, I can look at it and go, did I do it this week? So for me, I like to do little rhymey words, things that make sense, because that's how my brain works. And just like I practice the pause Thursdays, or my practice the pause, I go, you know what, did I take time and be intentional with my gratitude this week? A lot of times we're looking at, what's happening to us and all the bad things, but what's happening for us? So Thursday is a practice that I practice. So make your Follow-Up Friday something that you can go, you know what, I didn't follow up this week, and make that an appointment that you keep, something that you keep. Guys, it's so important. The follow-up doesn't stop when that customer places the order. The follow-up doesn't stop when that promoter becomes a business partner. That follow-up never stops. It just evolves, just like we talked about the evolution of our business. It's just evolving. So maybe that customer follow-up is you're letting them know that our Recharge DFT is about to hit the streets and you're so excited. Maybe it is that promoter. And hey, Amber, I don't know if you were on last night, but Patty from down in South Texas, she's got her team on live and rocking and rolling again. I'm so excited. Augustine's on. He was getting his workout in and his sweat on yesterday. But, it's those things where when you know where your people are in life. For example, Patty, she was, running for judge. She was doing a lot of things in her personal life. I wasn't bombarding her, hey, Patty, what are you doing? Are you working your business? No, I was cheering her on in her life, and I knew where she was. I knew she loved the product. I knew she's a boss babe. I know what she can do with this business, but I loved her where she was. Do I want to lead with her? Yes. Do I want her work in this business? Yes. Do I want to have to go down there and do mega locals? Yes. But that's that follow-up of just knowing where people are. And, one thing I think that, I'll be honest, follow-up is not like my favorite. A lot of people will say, Natasha is really good about, kind of sharing that she doesn't like them face to face. I talk to everybody. I love to talk. I love to hug. I love all things in your space. I love to get in your bubble, and I like that. And, but for me, the follow-up, it just felt weird. I felt icky until I understood my why. I think everything that we have has a why. Why are you building your business? Why do you want to work out? Why are you making this post? Why are you drinking water? Why are you eating healthy? Everything has a why. And when I started to realize why I'm following up, it made it feel incredibly different. So let me kind of show you this. So is it, why am I following up? For example, and I'm using Patty, bless her heart, she's gonna be like, I haven't been on and now you're just like bombarding me. But Patty is someone I like to work with. I like her as a human. I like her as a business partner. I enjoy working with her. I want her to come back. I want her in my business. I want her in my organization. Maybe I have my friend Sally and she's struggling. You know, she is not happy. She is not moving her body. She is in the worst shape of her life. She used to be in sports and now she's not. I want to help my friend Sally feel better. And I know that if she'll just try that, give me a chance to experience this product, she's going to feel and fall in love like I have. And so when it's that type of reach out, it's not about, you know what, my numbers are down and I've got to get us to, you know, a 12K. I've got to get us to 40K. So I'm going to reach out to Amber and say, Amber, you know, how are you doing? I kind of feel a little bit fraudulent because my follow-up isn't genuine. So, you know, it changes everything about when I'm following up. Now, where do I struggle with follow-up? When I need to earn a trip, when I need to get a half back, when I need to get a bonus. Now, are those legitimate things? Absolutely. But I'm sharing with you when I struggle with those. So I had to qualify it. Now, here's where your list comes to incredible play. When I need to earn a bonus, when I need to earn a trip, or I want to, double commissions or whatever, I have that list of people that I know have told me, girl, when you have a buy one, get one free, when you've got some kind of discount, when you got half price, they're the ones that are always wanting a sale or a special. They're going to be the ones that I'm going to approach and not feel fraudulent in my follow-up, not to feel icky because, hey, I know that my friend Joanne, she loves a good deal. She loves a discount. Hey girl, I am right now, we've got this promo going on and I'm about to smash it and I'm looking for some people that are looking for half price. I don't mind reaching out to her because I know that that's kind of the qualification of that relationship. A lot of times we take it personally when we follow up and they ignore us or they go into the witness protection program or something, we're trying to follow up. I'm going to put witness protection program in their name now that Susan taught us how to change it. That way they'll be like, what does that mean, witness protection? I'll be like, because you are MIA. No, remember, don't change their name on there like crazy because then they'll see you, okay? But I don't take it personally if I don't know them personally. And if I do know them personally, my follow-up feels genuine because I know where they are. I know what they're looking for. So, and I think one of the things that was when we did our training in Ohio, people were talking a lot about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a lot of people were saying, I don't want to follow up and just say, hey, have you tried my product yet? Have you joined my team and all those things? Guys, we have a miss, and we did it wrong in the beginning as far as thinking we couldn't talk to somebody and if they, we weren't talking about our business. Maybe it's Thankful Thursday and a follow-up to me, whether it's a business partner or a customer or a potential, could be, hey, I just want to tell you I'm thankful for you. I have people that I've been friends, connected with on Facebook for 10, 12, however long I've had Facebook. And so it may just be, hey, thank you for just being a positive person in my newsfeed. Right now, I want to get off Facebook because it's so negative. And sharing with them that they have been an inspiration to you is a authentic follow-up. And when we say follow-up, I think we mean follow-up in our business. And so we think business, business, business. Follow-up in the relationship. When I started, people asked me a lot, how did you build quickly? I was a relationship builder. I see Courtney. Courtney and I met at church in Florida. And I continued that relationship. Did I know anything about Lavelle? I'll be honest, when I met Courtney, I didn't even really think I would continue in direct sales. Like, I didn't love it. Like I didn't have success, so I didn't love it. But I always know that there is a reason that someone has crossed your path in your life. There is a reason that they have left their fingerprint on your life. And every person you come in contact with, there is a reason. This is one of my favorite things, and I say it all the time. You know, I don't care if we're doing different shakes, we're on different, different political lines, wherever. We can still be friends. We can still be friends and have differences. But what I know about people is that life will change. Life will change in an instant. Life has changed for us in 3 weeks. And so what people needed and wanted 3 weeks ago may be very, very different. And I can promise you, you are not seeing everybody on your newsfeed, and they are not seeing you. There are more people on the social platforms than ever before. Literally, I mean, there are studies and statistics showing people are on social media platforms more than they have ever been, because they're home, whether they're home, just socially browsing, whether they're Zooming with, work or school, whatever they're doing. More people are in front of a computer screen than ever before, but less people are seeing you. Why? Because our odds are increased. As this Zoom starts filling up, I can see the first, 40 or whatever of your faces. Then it starts to get to screen 2, screen 3, screen 4, screen 5, and I'm not going to see everybody. Somebody will send me a message and say, hey, that was a great live or whatever. I got a nugget from your live. And I didn't even know, because they were on page 4, 5, or 6. That's the same thing with your social media platform. I literally have no time to scroll today. Let me tell you why. Because I work my memories like a boss. And I had a memory that I posted. Sometimes I'm like, gosh, you were passive aggressive. I was pissed off that day. I think a contractor made me mad that day. But I got to thinking about it. It was actually the day that Advocare announced that they were going to be taking out their distributor program. And my heart was crushed. My heart was sad, because, that hurt for me. Well, we happened to have a guy here that one of his friends, he was actually our electrician, his friend was a top promoter with that company. And he's like, well, that can happen to you too. And so I may have wanted to, electrocute him. No, I'm just kidding. I love Jesus. But I was thinking back on that day, and literally the engagements and the comments in that, guys, that's an all-day thing on one post. And to look back at where those people were, to go look back on, I didn't want to bombard my friends that were in a space a year ago. But let me tell you right now, that's been a year. Where are they now? What did they decide to go to? What is now, I know they're still using the product, but where are they now? That's been a year. No, I would have felt like a fraud if the day that they, closed down, I'm like, hey, join my company, come get my product. But now I can check on them. I can see where they are. Where are they at during this quarantine time? So, we have so much work to do. It's about, are we doing the work? So, and when you go through and you're talking to them, what are you saying to them? We talked about this last night, that we have an event going on this weekend. How many of your promoters that are no longer qualified and active, that have ghosted you, you have your back office. You can pull those reports of reporters, Lord have mercy, of reports for your promoters, that you can just let them know. They may have, muted Lavelle's emails. They may not be getting the emails. They may not, know what's going on. So sending them a message and saying, hey, you have the itinerary, what time Lavelle has pretty much scheduled, compensation plan, product release, different things. Hey, Amber, at 12 o'clock, they're going to be talking about some compensation plan changes, some information. Girl, I know you smashed this business at one time. If you're free at 12, jump back on. You never know if they last night were like, you know what, I think I'm going to jump back in. we get this question, and I know I confirm it with leaders all the time. How do I start again? How do I get started back again? And I tell them, take your 3 steps in the morning and just make a post. That's how you get started. Many of us are going to learn something new on Saturday, and it's going to be like day 1 thrivers for all of us. If there is a massive compensation plan, I'm going to be listening to everything Amber says because she's compensation plan brain. If it's a product, I'm going to be, asking Courtney her opinion because she's, product guru. So, we're going to learn together something new. So this is a great time to start or restart your business. So it's that follow-up of, I'm going to be able and feel comfortable reaching out to somebody that was a promoter in my business, just saying, hey girl, I just want to let you know, we've got this going on. If you're free at 12, jump on. And, we have to take the emotion out of it, whether they've been a promoter with us before, they're no longer promoting. What this does is you really want to thank them. If they say, you know what, Amber, I'm doing something else. I'm good. Don't get offended. Because what that did was that just saved you a lot of time. You can write down beside Amber's name, doing something else, not interested right now, but go cheer her on. Because I want to cheer her on. We rise by lifting others. I want to cheer her on into her greatness, whatever that is. If it's a different product, it's a different service. But I want her to know that I'm here for her as a human. I'm here for her as a woman empowering women. And so that is the way that I follow up fiercely and consistently. And I'm going to tell you, I bring people back. I don't bring people back. People decide to come back because they love the culture. They love the community because they know we care. So, when what is that saying? It's 12 inches from your head to your heart. And when you shift, I know so many of you are saying, yeah, Chas, that's easy for you to say. Look at the success you've had. Of course you're not, aggressive and eager and maybe feel desperate to get that promoter or that customer. If you are on here and you've been with me in the last 6 years and I ever felt or seemed desperate, send me a message because I want to correct myself because I didn't build this business by being desperate. I built this business by sharing and building relationships, real live relationships, knowing what somebody liked, what their interests were. And so the biggest thing that I can say is set you a day of the week where even if that's not your day, maybe Saturday is a great day, maybe where the kids have ball or Sunday is your, that's your day. But just make sure there is a day that you don't go a week, a month without doing that follow-up. How, I know maybe y'all have had this, but how bad does it suck that you follow up with somebody 4, 5, 10 times, but you never created them a free account, you never sent them a mini experience, and guess what? Amber shouts them out and says, oh, I'm so excited, so-and-so's thriving with me. Talk about a pierce to your heart. Well, I never told them that if they ever decided to do this Thrive thing, that I want them to do it with me. Make sure you give them that personal invitation. We think that posting it on social media is an invitation and that people are going to just feel secure enough to get in your inbox. No, they want that personal invite. I always say my house is always open. My home is always open. My door is always open. My phone is always open. And what do I get? I've been wanting to reach out to you for a month, but I know you're busy. I've been wanting to drive by, but I didn't want to bother you. No, they're going to, literally I need to stand in my front door, like, everybody come in, y'all come in, y'all, you're invited, you're welcome. I need to be messaging you saying, hey, my phone's not ringing today. Do y'all need me? So make sure that you are not thinking, Kayla said it beautifully. I would have been a watcher. I wouldn't have been a commenter. I don't know if she said she would have been a liker, but there's going to be people. And if you look at your stories and you look at your posts, you're going to see. We can't tell how many people on our Instagram feed or our Facebook feed are actually looking and seeing what we're doing. But I'm telling you, my mind is blown in my stories when I look at it's that Thrive stuff that I'll get 2 likes on. And I'll post the same post in a story and 500 people saw it, and they'll send a heart or they'll send a claps hands or whatever. So they're seeing it, but they're waiting on that personal invitation. And you know, you don't have to, just because somebody likes your stuff, guys, that doesn't mean that's it. This is my opportunity. I'm going for the throat. Hey, Courtney, I saw that you liked my post. Girl, can I get you signed up? I'm ready to get you thriving with me. No. Did you go and look back? Did you go and look at someone's post to see what are they going through? What are they experiencing? Are they in a bad place? Are they in a dark place? Go investigate before you just go and say, hey, I'm ready to put my agenda on them. I say this all the time, that if Amber would have led with the business, I wouldn't be here. And that would mean, I don't mean that braggish, but that would mean a lot of you would. I mean, you might have been here a little bit later, but you know, she didn't lead with the business because I put out there, I'm tired, I'm eating clean, I'm doing all the right things, and some of my friends are getting these pellets in their butt, and have y'all had it? And that's where I was. I was in need of a product, not in need of a business. I was making over $100,000 a year. I thought I was the richest. And had she come to me and said, hey girl, you can make some money, I'd have been like, rude? Like, I am already okay. Don't, you know, I might have been offended. So make sure that you're meeting people where they are. Make sure that you are sharing the stories that matter to them, that you are sharing stories that connect with their emotions and where they are. Anything you want to ask me, Natasha? And I'm just kind of went on a 7-hour sentence.
I have a question, Chas. And I love your 7-hour sentence. Like, I got a lot out of that. So question, because this has not been brought up this week, and it's very important to follow up. And you mentioned it, this is a huge thing for you, using memories. So like you talked about last year, Evacare. Okay. So you're checking on those people. Let's talk about normal memories, like not direct selling company. What do you do? How do you reach out to people or say, do you just go comment? What do you do?
So say, I mean, any of you can go right now, today, go to your memories and look at it, just a normal, whatever your memory was, whether it was a quote, whether it was a recipe, whether it was a workout, whatever it was probably, well, no, our days don't line up. I was going to say, it might've been a Thankful Thursday. Our days are off. But anybody that likes your post, my first process, y'all know what I do blue people first. I go and look who liked that post last year, year before, 5 years ago. Where are they? What's happening in their life? Some people, I get my feelings hurt because we're no longer friends. And you know what I love to do? I always go, hey, Joanne, you popped up in my memories and I see we're not friends anymore. Probably like 78 cry emoji faces. Girl, I hope all is well. I hope you're staying strong through this time. And I have no idea why we're not Facebook friends anymore, but just sending you some love your way. I sometimes passively aggressive throw that in. Or I'll just say you popped up in my memories, whatever hormonal feeling you're feeling that day. But you go back, I start with the blue people, and I look at who am I friends with and not friends with. We want to have more people that we're not friends with. I'll tell you, if I make a really good post, I get really excited and I see that, you know, Courtney and Gail and Joanne and Natasha and Amber and I are all friends. It's a mutual friends. Did I really accomplish much with that post? I just marketed to all the thrivers, right? And odds are they're probably one of their friends. So if I get them thriving, they're not going to be my person. They're going to have to go back to their original point of referral. So I go back and I'll see. So for example, say Joanne, and I just keep using whoever's right there. So Joanne, I see you, girl. Hey, honey. I would go and I would just look, what's she up to? What is she doing? Yes, that's what I'm doing. Instead of scrolling and reading all the things and being involved in the social media, I'm going back to look and see what she's doing right now. Now, if she has a senior, for example, I know Joanne the other day volunteered. They took some meals or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a hospital or something like that. I would send Joanne a message and I would say, oh my gosh, I loved what y'all did. Those meals y'all provided to the hospital. That was so sweet. That's genuine. That is definitely something I love to do. So I'm going to go have that message with her, Amber. Maybe I go to your post and you were a hairdresser and now you're not, your salon is closed. And I forgot that, we were connected on Facebook. I'm going to say, hey girl, I know that all the salons are closed, but I see you work in Colleyville and I'm hearing they're about to open up. Are you excited? What do y'all do? So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go be relevant to what you are. Is that time consuming? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I'm going to tell you what, it is worth it because it is quality. I want quality people. Guys, I don't want to just be recycling and recycling and recycling. And here's the thing. When you have those people that I'm going to tell you, I have people that are non-thrivers. If I don't post a Flex Friday post, they'll even send me a message and be like, girl, what's up? I'm your girl. I've been flexing and annoying the fire out of non-thrivers for 6 years now. They expect me to be flexing on Friday. So if you set an expectation, hey, Amber, you know me, girl, it's that Friday follow-up, and I'm just checking in on you, seeing what's up, seeing what you're doing. Amber's going to expect a follow-up from me. She's not going to feel weirded out. Oh, Chas is reaching out to me. Here she goes again. Because I've developed a follow-up routine. She knows whether it might just be an inspirational quote. It might be, if I'm following up with her on Friday anyway, and a story pops up in my newsfeed that a nurse that's thriving situation, and I know, Cynthia is a nurse. I'm following up Friday. Hey, Cynthia, I saw this nurse story and girl, it made me think of you. I'm sending that to her. I'm sending Cynthia the nurse story on Friday because she is a nurse. But next Friday, I may just see that Cynthia has had a rough week. She's had a bad week. So I'm sending her an inspirational quote. So perfect example. When I was looking to send, a repair cream, I would know that Cynthia is a nurse. I didn't have to spend 8 hours figuring out who in my feed, who are they? You should know those categories. You should know things about, and that is ever growing and ever evolving. So-and-so's having a rough time right now. She's posting a lot about anxiety. She's posting a lot about depression. She's in a very, very dark space. She may be the one that I send an emoji and just say, hey, I'm praying for you this week. Nothing about the business. So the likes, the comments, the engagement. For example, today I had a girl that she had commented, and I actually she was in a direct sales company, and I made a pretty large order. I forgot about her. I haven't spoken to her in a year. She's on my list for today. I'm just going to say, hey, girl, what new things do y'all have out? I'm stuck at home, and I'm sending little gifts out. And she's either going to tell me she's still doing this jewelry thing or she's not. And if she's not, guess what? What are you doing now? I get to open up that conversation. So those people, guys, work smarter, not harder. You've created great content posts. You've gotten good engagement. Recycle your posts. Take those posts and recycle them. And then go find out those people that were watching you, that were commenting, that were engaging with you a year ago. Where are they now and what's happening in their life now? And don't make it awkward. Don't be a fake. Don't be a phony. Be authentic. And I promise you'll never be weird. You'll never feel weird about that follow-up.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Y'all, like, who's writing and you're like, whoa, wait, slow down. That's how I am. And I go back and I go back to my notes and I rewrite my notes because that's how it sticks in my brain. I wanted to touch on what you said in the very beginning. Don't leave here and just have all the knowledge, but then too overwhelmed to go do something. Pick one thing that she said today. Pick one thing that stood out to you from your notes and go do that one thing. Go apply that one thing. Is it memories? Is it today's interaction? Is it just looking at who do you know? Are you only seeing thrivers in your feed? Do you need to, clean that up? Take something, just one thing today and go do it. Right? Don't or over organize your post today or anything like that, and don't overthink it. So, Natasha, what's What's on your mind?
Oh my goodness. So this has been incredible, you guys. Like, so like what I'm doing today, because I always, after these are done, I use about 30 minutes to take action. And so today my action is Thursday. This is just something I like to do, is it's Thankful Thursday. So today's the day I send out thank you notes. And so we've heard it a couple times through this. So how can you send those thank you notes? So I do handwritten ones, I use send out cards. Or if you're not to that point and you're like, I don't have that stuff. Okay, cool. Just go and send them a thank you message. It doesn't have to cost anything. It just takes your time and your heart. And so figure out what works for your schedule. And for me, it's always Thankful Thursday. Is like my whole day is focused on gratitude, thankful, and getting all those things out. I highlight people. I send messages to people. I send cards to people. Thursday is kind of my like feel good day for myself too. Like, makes you feel good when you do that stuff. But it's been absolutely incredible. Chas, I learned, like, you simplify things so much for me, and I know for everybody else, like just on the sense of like, you know, follow up on posts. Like, you don't have to have these major lists of people. You have posts, you've been consistent, you've been predictable, and you have your memories. So if you're overwhelmed with Susan's back page of all the people, and that's like, oh, I can't do that.
But here's the thing.
Do the post and follow up.
Yeah, and if you feel like, hey, I don't have the notebooks like Kayla has. I don't have, the binders like Susan has. Just start. Guys, just start. You just have to start. It doesn't matter what it is in life. It's that first step. Just take the first step. Grab you a notebook, grab you a binder, go to memories on Facebook right now when we hang up, and just start writing names down. Now you've got a list. Only write down your blue people, and only write down people that, they're our non-thrivers. Start you a list today. It doesn't matter if you've been here 6 years or you've been here 6 seconds. This is your first Zoom. Congratulations you, because you got me. But you know what? You just start. You just start right now. And you get that list and you say, you know what? Every day I'm going to keep adding. I'm going to keep adding. I use my planners from years back. I go back to that month. Who was I talking to? Who was I doing calls with? Who was I having conversation with? My planner is like no, it's not like my Bible. My Bible's, but y'all know what I mean. It's that important to me. So I go back and I look at it. So just start your list. Just start somewhere, and you already have it. It's already there. You go look at your memories and you create it. Now, if you go look at your memories and you're like, nobody has engaged with me, then you need to go in and watch a video and say, what is my content? Why are people not engaging with me? Why are people not having conversation with me? And then that's when you take it that next step further. Okay, I'm going to go follow one of my leaders that I love what they do. Guys, we talk about duplication all the time. And if our team, I'll tell you, people that come in, they don't even know what they're doing. They just know that we posted Motivation Monday, so it's time to post something motivation. Yeah. If they see you doing follow-up Friday, they don't know that, they just think, hey, we're supposed to follow up on Friday. So they create those routines and habits based on what you're putting out there. So create that list so that when you do have, that people say, oh, I have this new product. You want to get on my VIP list? Well, show it to me. Let me see your VIP list.
I was just going to say that.
You can pull out that list and go, who wants to be on my VIP list? Now you for real, and they're not like going, oh yeah, sure she has a VIP list. My gosh, she's got that big old binder. If you want to take it to the next level, I love to do, I've got samples that should be arriving today. I love to, Natasha taught me this. Go to the post office when their product is supposed to arrive. So like if it's supposed to arrive today, go set a reminder. John Smith at 5 o'clock on Friday. That's your follow-up. If you're not following up when John Smith gets his box and you're like, dude, your product just arrived, they're going to be like, how did you know? Like I secretly see you outside the window. So, you're following up. Otherwise, you're flushing that product, so make sure. But you have that list and you're constantly going, hey, I've got this list. I want to add you to it. then you kind of create that FOMO, like, hey, I want to be on the list. Like, I want something. And it's that physical that they can actually see it, that, yeah, she really is doing that list. So I love the 1 day, 1 week, 3 months. And when I started, I'll tell you, I did this, but I don't do it now. It just would be out of control. I did have a binder, and I had like these slip sheets, and it was like 1 week, 1 day, 1 week, and then I think 1 month, and then 3 months. And so I would just take we did sticky notes at first, and I would just move if I followed up with them today, I'd move them to the 1 week, their sticky note. Then it became sheets, and then it became reports. I would print that report, and then I'd move them from, that little folder from 1 week to, 1 month, and then from 1 month to 3 months. Then I could pull out that 3 months when I wasn't using my social media, that 3 months, because there'll be people that we will get to the point where we feel like I have nobody to follow up with. That's really not true. You really do. But then you can pull out those old books, those old reports, and go, you know what? I forgot about so-and-so, because remember, she's on that page in your pages where you're not seeing her stuff anymore.
I love that. And I was going to say that about the VIP list, because how many of you, when Recharge launched, was like, hey guys, before it launched, when they told us it was coming, you posted about getting on your list to be the first to know. I have to figure out what date that was, because I need to go back to that post. See, like, I'm failing forward, y'all, failing forward, but I know it's on my post, so I can go back to them and go, okay, here's the list of people that said, yes, I want info. I didn't have any info. I had no clue what it was going to be. Now I can go see who actually ordered off of that list and who didn't, right? From our reports, you can click on their name and see what they ordered. And then if they didn't, guess what? They're going to get a message from me later this evening of, it's launched. Are you ready? Here we go. And so you can go to that list if you didn't complete it. It's there somewhere if you posted, right? And you can go do those things. It just takes time and action.
Think about this, Natasha. If you have something that's straight text, these are my notes, and it just says, get on my VIP list. Do you want to be on my VIP list? I want you on my VIP list. Okay, you've got that. So psychological, you got straight text. Or would you like a post that has a picture of me with my friends, and I'm actually holding my senses, but this is my VIP list. Get on my list. Now I've created a community. I'm physically this, and now you feel a part of me. Like, get on my list, my VIP list. You see the difference in feeling like you're a part of something, you're in a community, or I'm just a word on a paper. So that's where you want to be thinking. You're pulling into their motion. Especially, can you imagine wanting to be on that VIP list when you went into social isolation and feel like I want to be around people? So it's those psychological things. You have to remember that those posts have to stimulate a reaction for them. No, it's not, being ungenuine. It's just, there's a big difference if I'm on a list or if I'm in a group with a lot of friends. So just think about that, how you're posting.
Yeah, so Shannon just asked a question. I think it's really good to answer this, is now the people that have been ordering for a while, how often do you follow up with them?
If they've been ordering for a while, they have an auto ship every single month, right? You're going to receive credits or commissions every single month. So they deserve to be touched in some way every single month. Maybe all you can do is send them one little recharge, but that's a thank you. Right now, how many of y'all love to get some mail? If y'all aren't freaky outy about having to spray the box down, but we like to get some mail right now. Like, that's our outing. I went to the mailbox today and got outside. People, that is going to make a huge impact. That is going to mean something to them. So just make sure that if they're ordering, if they're continuing to order, you touch them in some way, whether it's with your words, whether it's with the thank you card, a thank you message, you're thanking them for their order.
Absolutely. And then one thing I do too for follow-up, I think ahead of the game. So Recharge is going to be shipped tomorrow to all of us. I ordered extra because I knew I was going to sample some out to customers and people. So I can right now, over the next few days as it's being shipped, I can create those things or those handwritten notes, right? I can do that now. So then I already know once that comes in, I insert and I put them in the mail and I'm done. So think ahead too, like plan ahead instead of always in reaction. Reaction gets exhausting, you guys. The more you can plan, the better your whole world feels. So awesome. Thank you, Chas. Is there any last minute thing you want to share before we close out?
Go do something. Go do something. I want to know what you're doing. Post it in the event, what you're doing. And, I just want you to think about your follow-up as if you're checking in on people you care about. When you're checking in on someone, you don't feel weird. So check your motive. Check your why. Am I just trying to get a rank advancement? Am I just trying to get a trip? Or do I really, really care? I see Spring's beautiful face on. Do I really care about that, that single mama, that this can be life-changing for her and her baby? Do I know that my friend is struggling physically and I truly want to help them? So when your why changes, it changes the way you can go at it. It changes the way that you approach people. It changes the way you share. And here's the thing, you probably will get your feelers hurt because you have tied your emotion and your heart to it. But remember, it's kind of like that pot of coffee. That waitress, she loves her job. She loves what she does. She's thankful that that job is feeding her babies and her family. But you know what? If you don't drink a cup of coffee, she's going to keep on working. She's going to keep on moving, and she's going to move on. Now, she may come offer you tea because you don't want coffee, and you may say no to the coffee and the tea, but maybe you want soda. Or maybe you're in the lifestyle challenge group and you're like, I don't want tea, soda, or coffee. I want water. And so, but she's eventually going to find a need and a want. And remember, lives are ever changing. Lives are ever evolving. Will you be that place of hope? Will you be that opportunity for them when they're ready to say yes? Because I'm going to tell you, people have been watching us for a hot minute and they're saying, now is my time. Now I'm ready to go. Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
Oh my goodness. I am so, so grateful for you for so many reasons, but today was absolutely amazing. You always know how to recenter our mind to our heart and get us back in alignment and being authentically us instead of about the goal, about the end result. And the end result is the relationship, not the.
Hey, I want to share one last thing.
Yeah.
And somebody, I don't know why I'm sharing this because I wasn't going to share it. I'm going to tell you guys, so y'all know our team is massive. We do amazing things. When Natasha asked me to be on this, I don't know if I'm in my feelies or sorry if there's any guys on, or if it's just a hormonal thing right now. But I was feeling very inadequate. Natasha can tell you, I was messaging her and all the things. You know what I did?
Making jokes.
I pushed play on a podcast of confidence. I actually had a Bible study Zoom. I looked up a few scriptures on confidence. Guys, you're never going to arrive. You are never going to get to a place where everything is so easy. Even me, a very confident person that feels secure. I had to check my heart. I had to check my mind. I get to lead with people like Kayla and Susan and all of them. And instead of stepping up to the plate and going, man, this is a boss babe lineup, I let that fear and that doubt and that unbelief come in. So I just wanted to share with you that I recognized it, but I addressed it, and I know where to go when I need something like that. So if you're feeling, a little intimidated, how to post, how to share, how to reach out, how to grow, how to learn, guys, we get it. It's just we recognize it and then we overcome it.
I love that. So guys, Recharge is live. So getting back to that, if you didn't get your order in before it closed before, obviously you being the product of the product always sells things. Your excitement can sell it, the stories can sell it, but you being a product of the product can actually be truth, right? It's the true story. This is what it did for me. And that makes a huge difference doing 3-way validations and all, right? And so definitely get back over there. It does have the PDF, so you can see the ingredients. Everybody's like, what's in it? What's in it? It's there. It's not in your cloud office, but it is posted. I've seen it in the groups and the chats. So that is available, $40. So one thing you can say, for a little over $1 a day, you can recharge your immune system in the most important time in this world right now to have a strong immune system. Let's do this. When you say it that way, to me, I'm like, a little over $1 a day. Okay, sign me up. If I were to hear it's $40 for a month's supply, I'd be like, wait a minute. And I have to think, I have to hesitate and think. $1 a day is like, boom, easy. So think about how you're saying it, because that will get those quick buyers versus the hesitant, like, wait, what's $40 for a month? What does that come to? And then the hesitation will lead to them hesitating on ordering. So with that, thank you so much, Chastity. I appreciate you, grateful for you. And tomorrow, Amber and I are going to close this up with some Q&As and just some other things. Like, I got 2 things that I do that hasn't been covered this week. I know Amber's probably got something, but we're definitely going to just wrap this sucker up next. And then Saturday, you guys, I cannot stress this enough about Saturday, is to be on as much as you can. Maybe you can't be on the whole day. Okay, don't not show up for what you can be on for, right? Be there for what you can. Treat this just like convention. And you've heard Drew say those numbers. Those that go, so if you go with 10 people, guess what? You're going to get astronomical growth from them, right? It's going to duplicate, triple, quadruple. He's shared those numbers. I know every time we go to conference and I go with 100, we're looking at excelling that much more because I had 100 people at conference. This is virtual. Think about that. How massive of explosion and momentum can you have with your team, because everyone can be there. It doesn't cost. It doesn't have to fit into a budget. It just has to fit into your commitments, your desire to grow, and you showing up and choosing to be there and being present, taking notes, and then taking action. So if you weren't planning on being there for the whole thing, try to wipe your whole thing clear. Like, we all have kids, we all have things, we all have the all. But we've known about this, and it's time now to show up, because this could be the pivoting moment of your entire future with Lavelle. If you are there, and if you take action, and if you do and lead your team. So thank you so much. And I'm excited to see you all tomorrow, and then Saturday, and then Drew will be on Monday with us. All right. See you guys.